Question through this.
Ms. Coppice, you the next one in line?
I can answer first.
Okay.
I mean,
I wasn't sure how you were doing this.
we just kind of set
Okay.
it up to where he was going to go
Well, no,
first.
I think it's fair that everybody gets a stab at the questions. I think we all realize that we're in some pretty dire straits economically, nationally, in the state, and locally. If it came, and I think we can all agree that this budget crisis is going to be the top priority for you folks, whichever one of you gets elected. You'll be up here for approximately 16 months before your term is up. If it came down to laying off employees, cutting salaries, or asking the citizens for a tax increase to help support the general fund is what pays for salaries and perks and pensions, would you be more in favor of raising our taxes or cutting salaries and laying off employees?
Well, I think that up till this point, that the employees have been really willing to work with us and everything. And before I say that just cut salaries or just lay people off or just do a tax, I would like to take a look at the big picture, if you will, because are you going to come up here and give me another definition of what the big picture is? Or are you going to let me finish answering the question?
The question is one or the other. Would you cut salaries and lay off employees, or would you be more in favor of increasing taxes?
Well, having already been a person up here making decisions, you would know.
I'm not looking for political spin. I'm looking for one or the other. Because I know what the median ground is. I'm just looking for from one extreme to the other. That was my question.
I would say that I'd have to take a look at all the options available. I wouldn't want to just sit here and say, this is the decision I'd like to make. I'd like to look at all the options and see what everyone has to say before making an immediate decision.
Mr. Besney?
Well, maybe you weren't here on Tuesday night when I was up at the podium advocating raising taxes on us for street sweeping and other things. And so you would know, obviously, I want to raise taxes. Nobody wants to raise taxes, and I wouldn't answer that. I don't want to raise taxes. I don't want my taxes raised. I don't want anybody's taxes raised. My first option would be to try and find a way to trim salaries, preferably not by furloughs as we have right now, but that may be one of the options. But I think first cutting salaries and then layoffs, and not at all raising taxes. I'm not in favor of raising taxes at all.
Staying with Steve's request, just to give a quick, simple answer, I think through the analysis, cutting salaries is where you got to start first, because that's where it's showing our fat. Not going to increase taxes, not in the middle of an economic downturn like this, just going to make it worse and depress it even more. And laying off people in furloughs, I have to agree with Dane on that one. It ain't the right move, because you're taking I think it was between 4 and 5% right off the board from everybody. And that's why a full and complete analysis of all the salaries from top to bottom really need to be looked at, because I think we're going to find that 4 to 5% for the upper half really doesn't amount to much.